my name's Judy.
And I'm Ceci.
And together we are
Two Girls on a Mic. Do elevator music. Hey, welcome back to Two Girls on a Mic. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is going to be a casual episode.
Super casual.
We've been both busy.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have a lot of time, so we're just recording this whole weekend. But I'm not sick. I just want to preface that. But today at work, when I got there, I'm kind of next to, like, it's not the restroom, but it's the wall that's the restroom on the other side.
Okay.
And there was somebody in there coughing up a lung or something.
Oh no.
And I was like, are we okay? And then after that person got out, like, people around me started coughing, and I was like, you guys better go home.
That's what if I get sick, Cecilia.
I'm not sick yet, so.
Put a mask on. You have a divider in the middle.
I know, in my office. But yeah.
I swear, Cecilia. I've been taking vitamins though. I've been taking vitamin C and D and this other multivitamin, so I'm trying
Boost
to,
your
like,
immune system?
yeah, for sure, because I hate getting sick. So
I think it's the curse of Joey.
honestly, the other day I went to drop him off, and there's this little girl coughing like she should be home. I was like, why are you bringing your kids when they have this cough? They don't know how to cover their mouth.
Yeah.
And some of them don't want to wear a mask. Totally understandable. But as a parent, or I think it's her grandma who drops her off, like, why don't you keep the kid at home? Like, they're gonna get everybody else sick, and then I have to deal with the sick kid.
That's what my mom tells me. I was telling her how you've been getting sick. She's like, well, it's probably because of Joey.
For sure. I mean, he coughs right in my face.
Yeah.
They were sleeping, and he goes, like, all right, let me turn around.
Put them in a little incubator. See you in the morning. But yeah, it's been a week for me at least. I mean, yes and no.
It's been a week for me, like, just okay. So we're gonna just jump right in it.
Yeah.
Okay. I've been working out consistently. I go Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. My workouts at 9 p.m. and I have to drive. I live like near Carson, Gardena, Compton area. Okay. And I have to drive all the way to my gym, which is in La Puente, which is about 20 miles or so, like one way. One way. So traffic isn't bad because at that time it's dead. But just, okay, I get out of work, I eat, and then I get ready to go to the gym. I dread the drive there. And then when I'm out, I'm tired, but I'm also energetic. Like, I have so much energy. And I drive back home, and I don't go to sleep till, like, midnight. And I'm, like, fucking tired. I'm like, and I guess it finally caught up on me, where Wednesday I did not want to get up for work or to drop off Joey. I was just freaking tired. I was like, and we were doing RDLs, and I pretty sure I was doing them wrong.
Your back hurt?
Yeah, it was in pain the next day, but also when I was doing it. But it was because it's the, what's it called? The barbell. But you know how you stick it, like, on the ground? Yeah. And then you just lift it up and down?
Oh, like it does this?
Yeah. So, and I could not for the life of me get my position correctly. So when I was doing it, I know I was fucking doing it wrong because it would hurt. And then the next day I woke up super sore, super tired. I went to work. I was like, fuck this. Yeah. I left work maybe like an hour early because I was like, I'm too tired for this. I popped like 3 Advils at work. And yeah, I got home, and then Derek, I had a big old knot like right in the like middle of my back, and Derek just like took it off, and that felt so much better than he cracked my back.
Yeah.
But and then I felt better, but I still didn't want to go to the gym on Thursday, and he like pushed me. I'm like, fine, I'll go, because he kept nagging me. Because I told him, if I ever tell you I don't want to go to the gym, just nag me, and I'm gonna get fed up of hearing it. I'm just gonna go. So it worked. So I'm thankful for him for pushing me to go to the gym. But yeah, funny. I've just been super tired. I'm gonna try and start going on Mondays, but it's tricky because Tuesdays I go even earlier to work because I have to do payroll. Oh, yeah. So I'm like, I'm already struggling with going in at 8:30, so I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Yeah. But we'll see.
Yeah, I've also been pushing my sleeping schedule. I honestly don't even know what it is. I think my body's getting used to like it being light outside, so I want to do more, but I can't because I need to go to bed.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, okay. And I like go on TikTok for like an hour or 2 hours. And so I've been waking up later. And normally I like getting ready for work, like doing my makeup, because it like gives me time to wake up.
Yeah.
And so I usually do that. These last few days, I've been doing this to my face, which is literally just blush.
Looks good.
Thank you. And you know what? I got more compliments on my freaking just normal stuff. Like, there's this older lady who she's always, like, when I dyed my hair, she's like, it's so cute. She showed up. It's St. Patrick's Day today when we're recording. And she showed up in, like, a whole outfit. Her leggings were black with the, what are they called? The 4-leaf clovers?
The clovers?
The clovers. I said it as I spoke it. But she was wearing that in a green shirt. And I was like, oh, she's an older lady. But yeah, she's like, I like your rosy cheeks.
Like, this is natural.
It's just me.
I'm just embarrassed. I just farted.
Oh my God. So the last few weeks, I've been drinking a protein shake in the morning to like.
Oh, you're getting those protein farts?
No. Okay. It's like to keep me full because my stomach would start growling. And since I try to eat breakfast in the morning, but I don't.
Yeah, you're not a breakfast person.
Yeah, I'm not.
Which I am a breakfast person, so that's kind of hard when we want to go
brunch. And so I usually drink one, but I've been running low and I only have one left. And I was like, I'm going to save it for Saturday, which is tomorrow. And I haven't been making my smoothies. I ordered a little blender though, so I'm going to start taking them. But yeah, so my stomach has been growling nonstop and I get so embarrassed because the guy I sit next to, I know he hears it. He's like, I'll like move around to like.
He's like, who brought their dog today?
But the thing is, I think we have like an unspoken, like I guess, rule because he burps a lot, but like not full on like.
Oh, okay.
Like you'll hear it come up, and then it's loud. He's like, and I just pretend not to hear it.
Like, it's
like,
so
what was
quiet
that?
in here.
Yeah. So, but I mean, that's what I'm thankful for too, because I realized today while I was sitting at my job, this is like the easiest job I've ever done, and I'm getting paid the most I've ever gotten paid.
Drama? No drama?
Not really. I mean, there's this guy that annoys me there, but it's not really drama because I don't even talk to him. I'll tell that story though, because I tell Matt. There's this guy that we went to film school with that he knew how to like pick my like nerves, even though he wasn't trying to. And there's a guy at work who sits behind me who has like the same thing. And we all share a group chat. And this guy, I don't know what it is, if he wants to like, because we're essentially trying to hit 800 pages a day each.
Okay. Each.
Wow. And if you get like in the top 15 of like 300 people, your name gets put up. You don't get anything though. It's just your name up there.
Yeah. I mean,
it's recognition, I guess.
To some people, I mean, to me as a competitor.
Well, anyways, that woke up my competitive side because he was just putting it in there. The guy I sit next to, he's only there, I think I told you this, he's only there for 5 hours and he does the same amount, if not more work than I do.
Wow.
And so this guy, he's always like, oh, if our systems would speed up, I'd be going the same pace as that guy. I'm like, do you not think his system's not messed up either?
Wow.
And he's just very like, whatever he's doing good, he just puts it out there in a cocky way. And I don't like that. So every day, because we check our numbers, I always check his. And I'm like, okay, I'm above him. So
talking about competitiveness. So Joey, I've noticed he's very competitive. He wants to get to the door first. He wants to get to the car first. Like, I win, you lose. I'm like, all right, cool. Love it. You know, competitive isn't him. Nice. And sometimes I'll play around with him and like I'll open the door and I'll push him like, and I run and I go, not hard. I just like push him a little bit. And I'm like, ha, I win. Like, and he's a sore loser. Definitely take it. Okay. So at school, the teacher told Derek. So Joey had a little bit of a
meltdown.
Because he was trying to put his stuff in his backpack, and I guess he couldn't. He was trying to do it so fast that he couldn't.
Oh.
And I guess a girl beat him to the front door or whatever, and he had, I guess, full on meltdown. And she's like, Joey needs to learn how to lose.
So I was like, what's that?
I was like, look, if you're not first, you're last.
You teach him to do it faster.
But like Derek's like, you need to chill out on the competitive. So funny. I was like, okay, noted. I won't compete with him anymore, or I'll just win him and
so that he has to learn to be a loser. Yeah, so that's funny.
That happened. I was like, oh shoot, okay. I didn't know competitor was like
that. That
was a bad thing.
Oh, I do have an update.
Okay.
I think this year. Whoa.
What's in there? And can I have some?
Just a little milk tea with boba. I always forget that when I drink boba on the podcast, I have to chew the pearls. So like, if you look at me, I'm like,
zoom in.
No. So this time last year, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
I worked on 2 shows. But one of them that I just did an episode for, they just released on Amazon. So I can talk about it now.
What is it?
It's called Swarm. It wasn't called that when I was working on it. It was under a different name. But it just came out on Amazon. I've been hearing a lot of good things about it. Ooh. Apparently, Matt was asking me about it because they only shot the first episode here in LA. And then the rest, I think they did it in Georgia.
Okay.
So Billie Eilish is in that show. And I was like, damn.
Wow.
If only she was there when I was there. But this probably was the most demanding one I was on. Because it was I think 5 of us, but only myself and one other guy, a part of the team, was able to like interact with the cast. Because you don't want too many people to like do that.
So they would happen at just you two?
Yeah. So like if he wasn't there to do it right away, I would go.
And how did they choose you guys to like?
Oh, we were the first 2 that got hired.
Oh, okay.
And the manager who hired me, I knew her from the previous one, so she knew that I wasn't like going up to them and like
one of those. What do you call it? Starstruck.
Yeah. Because that's something in like Hollywood that I don't know if it's talked about that much, but like you think about when you might meet your person and you're like, oh, would I freak out like that or would I try to keep cool? In like when you're there, you have to keep cool because if you don't, then you look unprofessional
and you will not be there the next day.
Yeah. And so now I can talk about it. Donald Glover was there. I was standing next to Donald Glover. I remember I was sitting next to him. He was super nice. He was really chill. My job was annoying because it was like the COVID stuff and nobody likes COVID. I get it.
Yeah.
But I would have to ask him like, hey, did you take the little questionnaire thing we sent you? And he would always tell me no, but like in a nice way. He's like, oh, I'm going to go to my office right now and do it. I'm like, and he had a very like cool fashion sense. Like one day he showed up in like a bright green jumpsuit with a yellow beanie.
Wow.
Like, wow, look at you.
Man, some people can just pull that shit off.
Yeah.
Because if I showed up in that shit, I'd be like, what the
And then the whole crew was just in all black. I would look like, what are they called? The Wiggles? So what's fabulous?
Fabulous, like, ooh, yes, girl.
Just not the blue. But yeah, so I saw that and I was like, well, that's exciting. So I'm going to watch it. It's like a 30-minute thing. It looks interesting.
Okay.
To be honest, I didn't know what was going on when we were filming, but that's kind of how it goes.
Well, I have a funny story.
This
past week was Derek and I's 5th. Wait, hold on. We got married in 2000.
You told me the first anniversary.
Not our first anniversary. I meant like our wedding anniversary. We got married in 2015. What are we? 22? 8. It was our 8-year wedding anniversary. And for whatever reason, I guess because we always confuse it between March and May. We always get confused on when our anniversary is. And I feel like it's just a super random date that we chose we find it very hard to remember our wedding anniversary. So
putting your phones?
No, I have meant to do it and I haven't, and I still haven't done it, but I should. But we forgot our anniversary, or I think it was our second or third year into it. But we both completely forgot.
Yeah.
I remember I was going to sleep. It was already like 11, and I was falling asleep, and I don't know what triggered me, but I was like, it's the 13th. It's our anniversary. And I just woke up and I told them, we laughed about it, whatever. And then we're like, okay, we're not going to forget. So we remembered. But then this year, completely forgot. 13 came. I was in my office, taking a break on my phone on Instagram. And one of my good friends that was there, she posted a picture of me in my wedding dress and then her and my brides and my maid of honor. And she's like, happy anniversary, Judy, wedding anniversary, Judy. And I was like, it's my wedding. So I go and take a break and I call Derek. I'm like, hey, so what are you doing? Like, are we doing anything today? I'm like, maybe he has something planned or whatever. And I'm like, do you know what day today is? Like, yeah, it's the 13th. I'm like, it's our wedding anniversary. Oh my God. It's the second year that we forget. I don't know why we can't remember this fucking day.
Get it tattooed on you. You're going to be like, why do I have March
what is
13th on my head?
But it's like, I don't know what it is about the date that we just can't remember. And when we're trying to remember, like, is it May? Is it March? Is it before my birthday? Or is it out after my birthday? But yeah, I don't know what it is about it. Maybe because we got married on Friday the 13th. Maybe that.
And you don't remember that?
I guess not. But yeah, it was hilarious. We're like, what are we doing? We ended up going to go buy shoes for him. He wanted shoes, and we got Joey shoes, and then all I requested for us to go to Marshall's and walk around Marshall's. I'm a simple girl. What can you say? That was our anniversary.
Oh, that's another thing. I applied for another kind of small job.
Small?
Yeah, it's it only takes up 10 hours of the week, and it's from home. It's for another podcast. I'm not gonna say because what if I get hired? But it's a true crime podcast, and they're looking for researchers. And it's So the way they explain it is I'd basically just be working from home. Okay. They'd give me people, cases to look up, and I would just do research on it. So I'm like, we'll see. maybe we'll do a true crime segment.
That I think when we asked some topics that people wanted to hear, I think one of them was more spooky, ghost kind of. I mean,
if you guys are interesting. If you guys are interested.
I mean, we can start spooky season a lot earlier.
We can.
I mean,
let's do little segments too.
We can.
Oh, hey, it's the third week of the month. Because 3s are bad numbers, apparently. Have you ever... Do you believe in angel numbers and stuff like that?
I haven't really, deep dive research. I've heard about them.
Okay.
I don't pay attention to numbers, so I may.
Yeah.
But
because I keep seeing it everywhere, and I can't. Every time I look at a clock, it's different. It's never matched up for me. I
don't know. I think maybe if you're really subconscious of that, and you're constantly if you really believe in, I feel like you, in a way, kind of manifest.
Yeah.
It. But if you're not into it, you haven't done the research or haven't had the opportunity to really learn that, I feel like you won't really understand it.
Yeah. It's almost like, when you start talking about getting a car and then all you see are those cars, but before you wouldn't really see them.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of like that. And I'm like, I want to start seeing numbers.
I want to start seeing numbers in my bank account.
True. True. That's... I saw a donation receipt today in my stuff for $500,000.
You can pay off my house.
Yeah, that person.
I will accept that donation.
That's the I guess the motivating part / unmotivating
the
part.
Sadness.
I always all these people that are making so much more money than me, and I'm just and then looking at people donate, I'm like, that's nice.
I mean, if you have the money, why not?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean, good for you. But then also, what if they do it as a tax write-off? Because I know, when I do my taxes, because I don't do the short version of the taxes because I do my house crap. I don't know how it works, but because I have that, I can put deductions, and they always ask me like, "Have you done any donations?" I'm like, "Not that I can remember."
It did inspire me for like 2 weeks. I did like, because on TikTok, you know, if you see those videos of like dogs and stuff or animals that are like,
pay for the fees.
Yeah, it's like if every person paid like $1 or something. I've been doing a few of those to like help myself feel better.
Like I do donations for like what is it called? Oh my god.
GoFundMe?
Yes, those like certain stories that just you know feel genuine, because it can nowadays somebody can post up a story like, oh, this happened, and it's like scary.
That. A little bit of hot goss. So I'm not going to use anybody's names.
Okay.
And I will say it's kind of understandable because this happened literally right when the pandemic started.
Okay.
So I was working on a short film that they did a GoFundMe to like raise money for it.
Okay.
And we didn't use all the money because we literally were in the middle of shooting when they did the stay-at-home order. So we had to stop. We thought we were just going to postpone it for like a couple weeks. And then like a month and a half went by, and one of the main guys who like was running it and he was writing it, he asked Matt, he's like, do you think like I can't pay my car bill right now? Like I can't.
Wow.
I don't have money for anything. And Matt kind of knew what he was getting at. He was basically asking Matt if it would be like a shitty move for him to use the GoFundMe money to pay his car thing. And I told Matt, and I agreed. We're like, that's pretty shitty. The only thing I could say is that most of the money was donated by his family, but still, like if you're donating to something, you want it to go to that cause. And so eventually that short never finished because like there was nothing left. But yeah, that's
how much was raised.
I want to say like 800.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's like, I get it, the pandemic hit, but it was also only a month and a half in. And if you can't pay your car,
I mean, did you not have savings?
Yeah.
Like, that's on you for not.
Yeah, so
debatable.
Yeah. I haven't worked with that guy again. So.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
Oh, I started doing I did meal prepping by using Waba. I order a family meal and we use it the whole week, which is amazing because all we had to do was like maybe some sides because I got tired of rice. So I was like, Derek, can you make some potatoes? I'm tired of rice. But then I scheduled a order for Chipotle for this Sunday, so that way I can meal prep everything. So it's working out so far.
So, if you don't mind me asking, are you essentially spending the same, if not less, than if you were to do like grocery shopping?
Yeah. So I spent $60 for the Waba, and it was feeding me and Derek. And it lasted us. I was eating it for lunch and dinner, and some things like I would add, like I had pasta, so I would add the chicken to the pasta, or I would just do the rice and the veggies. Yeah. Or we would do potatoes, but for the most part, that was like our main thing, and then whatever other stuff we had. And then this one we're getting Chipotle, which is just chicken, the rice, and like the sides, like the salsa and stuff like that. So again, I probably do like pasta, like add other elements that I already have. Yeah. I mean, Chipotle is a little bit more expensive because it's not a family meal; it's a catering meal. So I'm sure it's gonna be a lot more than what the family meal was. But it's feeding both me, Joey, and Derek, which isn't horrible. I think it was like $100 and something for a week for 2 meals. So 2 meals per day. So it's what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10? Yeah. 20 technically, because 10 for me, 10 for Derek.
Oh, right.
So I mean, that's not horrible. Yeah. I mean, and it saves me time. Yeah. I just have to decide. So far it's working for us. The good thing with Waba is that I got 2 things. I got the steak and the chicken, so I would swap off, so I wouldn't get tired. With Chipotle, we're only getting 1 protein because getting 2 proteins, I think it was like $150. And I was like, oh, I don't know about that. So we only did 1, and we'll see how that one goes. But I feel like the chicken from Chipotle is better than Waba because the chicken from Waba after a few days, I was just like over it, but I just like add salsa or like teriyaki or something to kind of spice it up. The steak was good, even without anything. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I was telling Matt that too, that like, I don't know what it is about steak, but I don't like it after the next day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like I was telling, because I made, this last week I made, so for my lunch, I would take these just ground beef and rice, which I did not know how much I like that.
It's good.
Normally, I'm not a ground beef girly.
Oh, I don't know. I do ground turkey.
Yeah.
I love ground turkey over ground beef because ground beef, it has to be hamburger. I don't know.
Not even spaghetti? Like,
no, I don't. That's weird.
Yeah. I've tried ground turkey, but they don't have, for like a reasonable price, because we get our meat at Sam's Club.
Oh, yeah.
So the ground turkey they have is like this big, and it's
huge.
Yeah, but it's like more expensive than, and I don't think I would eat it. And we got a big thing of ground beef for like $15, and Freddie eats some of it too.
Oh, that's good.
So like we all use it. But yeah, I literally, the only time I've had it other than that is like with spaghetti, because my grandma would make it like that, and then she would make us homemade Taco Bell. So we would have it with that, and I was like, you know what, let me just try it, because I'm like been looking on TikTok of stuff to do, and I really like it. And I learned that I hyperfixate on food, so if I find something I like, that's why I'm okay with like eating so much like stuff
same
back to back. And so that's what I've been eating. And then I made like a bang bang chicken and rice. Ooh. Yeah, it's really good.
You need to send me the recipes, because some of the stuff you're like, damn, looks good.
Seasonings.
I know that makes a hell of a difference.
Yeah, the chicken, that's literally all it is, just one seasoning, and just throw it on the grill with some olive oil.
You know what I feel like you would like is Sam's has these like already grilled cooked chicken breast.
I think I've seen them.
They're
Are they frozen?
No, they're just cold. They're in the fridge section, I guess, but they're not frozen. It's just like what I like. I'm chicken breast. I don't know. I just can't get behind it. I have struggled with eating chicken breast because one, sometimes it's dry. Maybe I'm cooking it wrong. I don't know. But then I get weary because like what if it's not fully cooked? Then I get grossed out. It's just so weird that I'm just like, ugh. That's why I like chicken thighs better, because even if it's a little overcooked, it's still juicy. But with these, all I do is I cut them really thin, because I also have a thing where when I buy like either frozen or already cooked food that's cold, I don't know what it is. I don't know why something about it just doesn't seem appealing to me, even though it makes my life a lot easier. So with this, it comes with I think 4 or 5 chicken breasts, and they're grilled. All I do is like cut them like really thin. And it's like what 29 grams of protein. So I'm like I just do like spaghetti, and I add like I cut it really thin and I eat that, and I'm full for the day, and like it's really good. But I feel like you would enjoy it because you like chicken breast.
Yeah. Yeah, I can. Chicken breast is my fave.
You're so lucky, because jeez, so much protein with that.
I blame it on my dad. My dad every other day. I'm gonna go grill the chicken.
And I think that's why I like chicken thighs more, because my mom would use more chicken thighs or like just dark meat over white meat. So I think that's why even when she would make us like tacos de pollo, it was chicken thigh.
That's probably it too, because we always use chicken breast.
And then Derek's the opposite. He likes chicken breast. And he doesn't like chicken thighs because he feels like he gets grossed out because sometimes it looks like squishy. So he's also very like, when it comes to that, if it's squishy, he will not eat the rest of it. He'll just throw it away.
I'm the same way.
All right, Derek.
I can't even cut around it. I'm like, the rest of it.
Yeah, so that's why we're like, we go back and forth like, fuck, okay. But it makes sense. I mean, the chicken breast, it does come with more protein, less fat and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, I gotta like stuff myself with this shit. So I have to like hide it, mask it, do something with it where I don't just taste chicken breast.
Yeah, that's the only thing I have to do is I have to cut it really thin too. Because if it's too thick, I'll be like,
mentally, you're like, it's not cooked all the way.
That, and it's also like, I get skinless, so either way, but there's still like a little crust to it when you like cook it with the seasonings.
Yeah.
So like to me, if it's too thick, it's more bland. In my eyes.
It doesn't go like penetrate.
Yeah.
Or when you get a bite, it's the ratio.
It's just chicken, not unseasoned. And I mean, you can marinate your chicken, but I don't do that. I literally take it out of the freezer the day I'm doing.
I probably forget to do that, honestly.
Yeah. Which, this is weird. But I'm going to say it because I feel like maybe some of you guys will feel the same way.
Everybody's like, what the fuck is she talking about?
Sometimes, I don't know if it's just I'm that hungry or if it looks good.
What?
But like raw meat, have you ever wanted to like just take a bite of it? Okay. Well, maybe one of you guys did. I've never done it. But there's just something about how red it is where I'm just like, I feel like that would taste good. Even though I know it won't.
No.
Ask Derek. Maybe he'll know.
Maybe like if you add like lemon or something to it.
Just straight. Like... Hopefully I reach the right audience. Put this on TikTok.
I was going to say, see how many comments you get. Like, this girl is crazy.
Listen to the podcast to hear more. But yeah, I think we're gonna cap it off here. But thank you guys for listening. Hopefully you enjoyed the more casual one where we just talked about, I mean, this is essentially how our conversations go. Yeah. Just in general.
Just back and forth. Yeah. Like, this happened. This happened.
Like we just think of something and it just takes over. Letting those, what are they called? Intrusive thoughts. So yeah, maybe one day I will take a bite. But you can't get sick from eating raw meat. I mean, you can, but like chances are low. Red meat, it just probably like hurt your stomach. Like for me, I'm sure I would probably get the shits. Yeah. Who knows? I'm not gonna do it, girl.
I did it.
I should come back next week. I did it. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed listening. You can follow our podcast along wherever you're watching this. And at Two Girls and a Mic on Instagram, TikTok. That's it. Our personal ones are in the description below. But with that being said, you guys will see and hear us on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.